very good evening to one and all here at the Marangong Ke Jaipal Singh Stadium here in Ranchi, where another day beckons and another intense action is upon us. Odisha Warriors take on the JSW Surma Hockey Club. Both these teams have got off to winning starts in their respective opening encounters.
Hello Raji, it is toss time. Odisha Warriors versus JSW Surma Hockey Club. Neha Goyal is here, Salima Tete is here, and the on-field umpires are here too. So let's flip the coin.
Okay, thanks. What do you want?
नेहा लगातार दूसरी बार आपने टॉस जीत लिया है, क्या करना चाहेंगे? Odisha Warriors have won the toss and they have decided to start the play.
Very good evening to all our viewers as well, and good day to wherever you're joining us from, because this really is catching on. The Hero Hockey India League 2024-25, and for the first time being held in the women's category. Good thing to say, or a safe thing to say, that today's match decisive mini battle will be Yibi Janssen in midfield up against Salima Tete at the opposition. The two superstars of their respective teams will be expected to lead the line.
Surma Hockey Club, at the end of the game this evening, one of them will be condemned to their first loss of the competition, but for now the focus will be on remaining unbeaten. Indeed, and just look at the Odisha Warriors setup. Jocelyn Bartram starts on goal. There is Caitlin Nobbs and Ishika Chowdhury handling the defensive duties. Watch out for number 8, Yibi Janssen, who will be assisted by Anu and Rutuja Pisal on either side.
And for JSW Hockey Club, Sabita Punya in goal. She will alternate with Natalia Salvador. And they have Jimena Cedrus in midfield alongside Salima Tete with some good firepower up front as well.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play.
Neha Goyal says, let's play, and let's play we shall. It is JSW Surma Hockey Club who start from left to right in their all-white outfit, and Odisha Warriors in their turquoise, blue and black will push from right to left. This is Arun Venugopal in the commentary box alongside Devayan Sen.
Really looking forward to this one. Two evenly matched teams, good solid defenses and exceptional forward lines. And you would expect some great goals to be scored. And it could also prove to be a cagey affair with two teams cancelling each other out in terms of some of their good qualities.
And there's no paucity of experience. We already saw a glimpse of Salima Tete and Neha Goyal. They tussle it out head to head. They are very good friends off the hockey pitch. They do play for India together, but it's a totally different ball game here. Thereby, in the various sense of franchise sport, has a trickle down to the women's game here as well, and it's everyone's richer for the experience.
Absolutely, and we've seen some intense hockey in the first three matches already, as Yannicka Schopman, the head coach of the Warriors, would know already. And it's only going to get more and more intense, especially when things are on stake in the latter matches.
Nikki Pradhan, who came back from retirement to play in the Hockey India League, adding a dash of experience to the Surma lineup. Nikki Pradhan is the wall off the side, and she will be looked upon to lend that solidity. And for the moment, both the teams, like you rightly mentioned, Devayan, have been cagey. They have been looking to size up their opponents. And even as we say, JSW Surma were looking to make a little bit of a dent in the defense. Anu here looking to make a good run. It's a good switch. An opportunity now set up for the Odisha Warriors. Circulation has been achieved. Goes for the near post. And it was in fact Baljit Kaur who took the shot. Has been a pestilent presence on the right. Stepped up. We saw that during the opening game, how well they combined with the Indian unit, and at the moment it is an Indian player, in fact, who is taking the ball ahead in right earnest. It is Anu, who has been in the thick of things so far. She's got her captain Neha Goyal for company, looking for that circle entry. They have it only for a brief while, as Frika Moyes could not do much of it. A free hit out was given.
JSW Surma did defend well in the previous match against Ranchi Rar Bengal Tigers. In fact, there was so much of attacking prowess that the defenders weren't needed to do too much. And the head coach will know that this match will present a completely different challenge. There'll be a lot more defending to do And that's why some of the experienced Indian players, particularly in defence, will have to stand up to be counted today.
Dean Jude Menezes, the head coach of JLW Surma Hockey Club, will be aware of the challenge that confronts his side. The team did assemble well in advance in Chandigarh and did set up a camp, and from the words of the coach, the foreign players have really taken the initiative to ensure that they integrate themselves into the surroundings.
Yes, played a set of games against the men's team as well, reminiscent of what happened with the national women's team when Sjoerd de Marine, the Dutchman who later went on with the team to Tokyo Olympics, had done. They'd taken them on a tour to the European continent, played a few youth teams from Belgium as well as Netherlands. And that helped get the women's team a good idea of what pace at international hockey is like these days.
Another opportunity here for Odisha Warriors that was cancelled out. It's been a hold for hold tussle so far. Both the teams sizing each other up and looking for potential openings. And what's been very impressive for me from the Warriors' perspective is how the likes of Anu have demonstrated the prowess with the off-the-ball running. But now it is the turn of Surma. They make the circle entry. There's an opportunity, and it's goal number 1 for JSW Surma Hockey Club. It was set up by Sophie Hamilton, who made a brilliant run, but the finishing has been the cherry on top.
Fantastic play down the left, moving with good pace, and just putting in that kind of pass which was difficult for anybody to pick. From the look of things, it's Vaishnavi Falke who has finished this off. Ajmeena Kujur with the pass, and what a nifty touch. That is so beautifully done.
It was in fact Hina Bano who made the final deflection. A goal coach's delight was that goal. Stood right in front of goal and managed to deftly place the ball. The numbers that you saw on screen: 8 field goals, just 2 penalty corners and 1 penalty stroke. And there's a very plausible explanation for that. A lot of players and coaches have been of the opinion that it's a relatively new surface. It hasn't really been bed in yet, which is why you experience a lot of the awkwardness that you get in terms of bounce, which is why penalty corners, be it injection, be it trapping, they've all been difficult.
Absolutely, and a good penalty corner is all about a few different moving parts, and these are new teams, so there will be a little bit of time that will be taken for teams to settle down. Having said that, Odisha Warriors have shown their terrific ability to convert penalty corners, which is why Surma won't want to concede too many PCs today.
Divine, I spotted a bunch of popcorn bags in the crowd. Couldn't escape my eyes. And what a treat this is. Not just the popcorn, but to grab a bag of popcorn and watch such exhilarating hockey. And that's been the case all through the first 3 days so far, and this one already has promised much more.
And you know my liking for clean eating. It's one of the best snacks to have, popcorn. Here's a foot inside the circle, and that's the first penalty corner.
And just a look at the transgression that made this possible. Just veering into the circle. Just veering into the circle was Vaishnavi Vittal Halke. Unfortunately, that's good enough for the umpire.
Either Victoria Souza.
And they take the shot, and was almost an equalizer. So near yet so far.
Well, that's all about the rotation that you have. Sometimes your best player isn't quite there on the pitch, and that's what happened there with Odisha Warriors. Nevertheless, a good attempt in the end, getting the shot away, just not getting it on target. That will be important. They need to try and enforce saves out of Sabita Punia.
At least delayed the process of attack, but she's also been versatile. She's drifted between left and right. And again, a slightly careless miss in fact from Ishika Chaudhary on that occasion hasn't proven costly, as Rutuja Pissel has come back as reinforcement.
Nisha Varsi with the defensive cleanup. Great story of hers as well. Grew up not too far away from her captain, Neha Goyal, the two of them from Sonipat. Their mothers also virtually sisters, even though they belong to two completely different backgrounds. Terrific stories. Almost all of these girls have, particularly some of the Indian ones, who have really hit the big time now.
Here's an opportunity yet again for Surma now. Circle entry was made on that occasion. a little late to recover was Jocelyn Bartram. It was in fact Sophie Hamilton once again who was trying to create panic inside the Odisha defence.
Yeah, just not convinced about what she was trying to do. Bit of neither a shot nor a cross. Yet again, this has been raised dangerously, and that was why this will go as a free hit for the Odisha Warriors. But a better spell of play the last couple of minutes from Surma.
Nice aerial on that occasion. Just look yet again on what happened. A little slow on that occasion. Jocelyn Bartram, she was perhaps expecting a defender, but the action has shifted to the other end. Circle entry has been made. Odisha Warriors looking for that equalizer before the end of the opening quarter. Goes for that shot. It was Prika Moyes, but was off target, just managing to go off.
Somebody like Caitlin Nobbs, who normally plays in deep defense, going right up and trying to contribute to attack. That's a positive sign in terms of their strategy. This will be given as a free hit. She hadn't given adequate distance as the receiver was getting that lofted ball.
And now it is Surma reaching the circle, but there are enough blue shirts there to nullify any potential threat that might come their way.
Great bit of work to just get that ball into the striking circle, but not able to capitalize on it. Crowded out by the defenders. Here come Odisha Warriors.
And again, overloading the right at the moment. Neha Goyal looking to extricate herself and the ball from a tight spot. And again, the final thrust has been an area of concern. Rutuja Pissel found herself in weight, rather Anglebert, the Belgian superstar, now drifting along the left, carving for herself and the team plenty of space. It was a nice idea, no doubt, looking for Stappenhorst up front. I couldn't find the deflection in time. Under 20 seconds now in this opening quarter.
The last few minutes have been bright, and they've got to try and finish well.
But that could have so easily been an own goal. The defender looking to clear the ball out of danger, almost managed to test the goalkeeper. Now we are whittling down the seconds, and that will be that. As far as the opening quarter has been concerned, it has been a very, very entertaining, a very tactically engaging opening quarter. But it is the JSW Surma Hockey Club which have the early bragging rights, thanks to the early goal from Hina Bano. At the end of the first quarter, JSW Surma Hockey Club 1, Odisha Warriors 0. And the second quarter is upon us, and in their all-white outfit, JSW Surma Hockey Club will continue to push from left to right, and in blue and black are the Odisha Warriors. Circle entry has been achieved already, and a backhander. Not exactly where she intended for it to go, but good attempt nevertheless.
Bright start straight off the blocks from Surma. They know that we have seen already in ample evidence in the first 3 games that a 1-goal advantage, 1-goal cushion is often not enough. They have got to try and push for that second goal as quickly as possible.
Again, overloading the left are Surma. That's one of the, maybe it's a ploy that's been encouraged by Janneke Schopman. And Filet inside the circle, tries to go for the shot, cannot land a clean stick on it, and now it is Surma on the counter. The defense is scampering back, not quickly enough, but now they will have ground to cover. Good defending, good marking from Lily Stoffelsma.
Electric work from Nikki Pradhan, trying her best to try and win that ball, and eventually it does fall again to JSW Surma. Here's an opportunity, getting into the circle.
The backhander again, but there was Olivia Shannon right in front of goal who could not play a stick. She was one of the goal scorers. And they've had a goal to show for all those efforts. Yet again inside the circle, right at the top of the circle, living dangerously are the Odisha Warriors. Jocelyn Bartram has been kept busy.
That was just an incredibly clever pass. The way that she dinked it just behind her, almost finding a teammate, but Odisha Warriors now with a chance to build on something of their own.
A good steal there. Michelle Filet was dispossessed momentarily. And they have secured the ball yet again. Yivi Janssen, the talisman from the Netherlands. Has shown her mettle all through, and following the disappointment of not making the Olympics in Tokyo, doubled her efforts and finished with a gold in Paris. The kind of stories that fairy tales are made of.
A free hit given, and it seemed like the Surma players weren't too convinced about it. But eventually they have settled with that. It is a long corner. Janssen really has to step up. She's not had much of an impact on this game thus far.
The only PC opportunity that Odisha Warriors had. And the turnover has been a problem for Surma. Every time they've managed to win a ball in defense, they've not been able to engage their attacking forces up front in a quick transition, and that must be something that Jude Menezes, their head coach, will be looking at.
The last few minutes have been good for the Odisha Warriors, which is why we see hemmed in inside their own circle, or rather their own half at the moment. The Surma Hockey Club will need to now reverse the pressure with some possession of their own, which is what they're trying to do.
They have a player up front. There is Olivia Shannon right up front. But interesting that an attempt wasn't made, in fact, to get to her. Odisha Warriors now winning the ball back. Neha Goyal has to play a role in midfield. That's a good quick switch. They went to Frika Moyes.
She was trying to find Kanika, but again, good defending. Now a chance for Sharmila, but a clash of two players, Ishika and Sharmila.
Play on. This is the umpire, Olivia Shannon, looking for partners up front. And not the cleanest of kicks from Jocelyn Bartram, who's had a mixed bag of shots all through this game.
Yet again, it's Surma who continue to pile on the pressure. The Warriors' defense not very happy about one of the tackles inside the box. This was that clash. Just accidental and sensible officiating.
But I see why Annika Shopman was upset on that occasion.
I think it was Sonika who was in good position to try and finish that off had she found a way across to it. But in the end, no damage done. Savita, of course, while she is in goal, there'll be a lot of assurance for the Surma Hockey Club. They know that half chances will be saved. It'll take something exceptional to beat her in goal.
But quite honestly, she hasn't had much to do. And that's courtesy of how well the Surma defense has stacked up. The only area of concern might be how they transition the turnovers. Circle entry has been made, and that backhander flew way off target. Completely botched it on that occasion, did Charlotte Stepenhorst.
Yes, this is one replay Stepenhorst wouldn't want to watch because she just didn't get the right connection on it. That was heading for, that was only a potential threat for somebody in the crowd.
I think it was also because it was a shot almost off the wrong foot, and she was off balance. Never an easy shot to achieve. Odisha Warriors have wriggled their way inside the circle. Opportunity now. Shot on target. And a penalty corner nevertheless.
Yes, this was much better. Getting that shot going, comes off the keeper and comes a little aerial. Frika Moyes was well close in range to the goalkeeper, which is why it was given as dangerous play. Now the big question, number 8, is she there?
Claire Colville is in the first battery. It will be Claire who goes for the shot. It's on target. But Savita's kickers were only tested, and there will be take 2 because the ball flew dangerously off her kicker.
Possibly a sign which is a little uncharitable to goalkeepers, because here you have a sizzling save. It's straight from Claire Colville. Beautiful save, but because it goes high, it has to be retaken.
Another opportunity, Claire Colville from the second battery on this occasion. And there's an almighty scramble inside the box, but no goal. And no more penalty corner, says Kelly Hudson, as JSW Surma Hockey Club look to press home the initiative.
3 bites of the cherry, their best player not on the pitch. This has just been a little unlucky perhaps, but not quite as efficient as we saw in the first game. Odisha Warriors will want to be much better this time around.
Surma will want to slow things up just a bit. They have been good, have been compact in defense, but they will want to absorb the blows just a little better. Circle penetrations, as far as that's concerned, the Warriors still might want to test out the Surma a little more. And that's the endeavour that we have seen over these last 2-3 minutes.
Certainly been a much more even quarter, and credit to Odisha Warriors for that. Every now and then they have created some moments of pressure, but Savita Punya, as I was mentioning, she has been solid. Couple of great saves in this half. Will she be pressed into action soon again?
It's a good aerial, and Neha has done a good job of it yet again. There is a chance now for them to make use of this opportunity. Freaka Moyes plays it back to Neha, who goes for the backhander. The deflection will not test Savita enough, but Freaka Moyes has been really good.
There's been good intent in the second quarter, and that's been shown again in that last move. Neha Goyal first getting onto the end of that ball and attempting that shot, hitting her own player in fact, and that's why it was given as a free hit for her own team. Anu was the player who was hoping to receive that and convert it into a goal scoring opportunity. Now JSW Surma must be careful here. They have given away a few free hits in the center of the circle. Just leads to soft possession given away to the opposition. They don't want to do that too often, because Odisha Warriors are beginning to knock on the door now.
And the knocks have grown louder over the last couple of minutes. What Surma might also want to be careful with is to not let the tempo be dictated by the Warriors. And so far the rhythm has been slightly off key, especially as far as the Warriors have been concerned, and it's sort of rubbed on to Surma as well, who now are striding forward purposefully. Again, a promising position. Salima Tete was not able to trap the ball well. A bit uncharacteristic.
Ajmeena Kujur with a good ball which found her in space, had the opportunity perhaps to just quickly turn and put some pressure once she got into the 15-meter.
It looks like the Warriors also want a semblance of rhythm, a semblance of sameness in the manner in which they press forward purposefully. They've shown a lot more industry, but they need to build that up consistently.
What both these teams at this stage need is a little bit of inspiration, particularly Odisha Warriors. One player to just come up with something a little special. A great run, an exceptional pass which splits open the defense.
Very well done from Olivia Shannon. Waited for her partner to come in. Unfortunately, from almost near the end line, the cross wasn't made to perfection, but they still have the ball.
Hit with a lot of pace, but not as much precision as they would have wanted. In fact, one of the players just very close to finishing that off was Sonam.
Ajmeena Kujur, very impressive. Yet again, she has made some penetrating through balls. Ouch, that must hurt. And she's quickly got up. But the Warriors are finding another spring in their stride through Yibi Jansen, who's played the ball ahead. Vershoor has done well to win the ball back for Surma. Anglebert now.
What they need here is a little bit of good game management. The last 2 minutes of this quarter, just try and hold on possession as far as possible. Put some pressure on the opposition. Look to try and close this half out well. If you get a second goal, that's going to put an immense amount of pressure on the Warriors.
Surma again looking to play the ball in. And it was on this occasion Jyoti. But I have a feeling that the Warriors, some of the players are looking a little jaded, and which is where the squad management also comes in. They might have to roll out a few more substitutions here as we approach half-time.
Olivia Shannon thought she had a shooting opportunity, but that actually came and struck her on the foot to begin with. Odisha Warriors began this quarter with a lot of energy, with a lot of vigor. Can they finish it well? These last 60 seconds, 62 seconds or so, can they change it into a goal?
They are looking a little worse for the wear, to be honest. Neha now drifting on to the left. Again, not finding a clean stick on that attempted cross. She was looking for Philae, who was striding purposefully, was cutting in from the right, and that's not a bad ploy at all. Neha now drifting in all by herself, finds some space.
She really is one of the most industrious midfielders you'll see. In fact, was FIH's, or rather Hockey India's midfielder of the year a couple of years ago.
Yes, it was in fact in 2019 when she was the recipient of an award, and that was the time when she also started becoming more regular. Neha Goyal has more than 160 caps. We're almost down to the end of the first period now. And that hooter will signal the end of the first half. And JSW Surma Hockey Club, the team in white, will walk back to the dugout with a sense of relief, not exactly ecstasy. But as far as the Odisha Warriors are concerned, a lot more remains to be done. At halftime, JSW Surma Hockey Club 1, Odisha Warriors 0. Time now for the start of the second half, where the teams will be raring to go. It will be the JSW Surma Hockey Club in all white pushing from right to left, and Odisha Warriors in their turquoise blue and black from left to right. In the commentary box, this is Arun Venugopal, and alongside me is Debayan Sen.
Just such a pretty sight, this stadium in Ranchi, and especially the top angle shot that we get from the drone camera. Just gives you an idea of the expanse, the quality of the turf here. And speaking of the expanse, this is a good expansive start from the JSW Surma Hockey Club. Maria Vashua working down the left, as we noted in the first half as well.
It's a great run from Salima Tete, managing to weave herself past not one but three defenders, and it's a tussle. It's an all-Indian tussle now between Neha Goyal and Salima Tete. Like we mentioned before, two good friends and two colleagues as far as the Indian team setup is concerned. The recently appointed coach of the Indian side used her during the Women's Asian Champions Trophy, and also in the warm-up games prior to that, where he wanted Salima to be liberated a little more, and that's really added a lot of value to not just her game but to the entire team as well, Devayan.
It's possibly something that the Delhi's SG Pipers could also do, because they've got the likes of Sunilita Topo, they've also got Sangeeta Kumari, who can play that role. Meanwhile, oh, that's a great bit of dinking.
It's a superb effort there from Sonam, who's been very impressive all evening. Managed to wriggle herself past defenders, kept the ball in bounds, and the only problem there was no one to receive a cross.
Just watch this replay just for this nutmeg. And up against her, one of the top defenders in this tournament, Claire Colville, and just not able to keep that ball within the baseline.
And the coach of the Indian side, Harendra Singh, is also in attendance for all these matches. And he has been pleased with what he has been watching, because the Team India do have an FIH Pro League to contend with next month in Bhubaneswar, and this is fertile ground for some scouting. Penalty corner opportunity now, and the misery just compounds for Odisha Warriors as JSW Surma have a bite at the cherry.
This will be their first, and this will probably be the wake-up call which Odisha Warriors also need. They've just been a little slack to begin with. Some sloppy handling in defense by Yibi Janssen.
It will be Penny Squibb. She takes a nice flick on target. And JSW Surma Hockey Club have another penalty corner. And it was not a bad PC at all in the first place.
Yes, good running to begin with, but then a good save from the goalkeeper.
Take two now, and it is Penny Squibb yet again on target. But the ricochet will not bother anyone over there. You have to say this has been really good work from Jocelyn Bartram. There will be a third opportunity. And they continue to go with Penny Squibb. This one again was read to perfection. And just a little disappointed will be Surma. Salima Tete was in position near the first post, and she just shot the ball out of target.
It fell on a platter for her. This was a great attempt again from Penny Squibb. A good save from the post player. And look at that, the goalkeeper was out of position. She had that chance, she had that time, but just perhaps snatched at it a little bit, which is why she couldn't put it on target.
Absolute credit to Ishika Chaudhary there, the post defender who brought her stick down in time. It's not an easy defensive work to do, and penalty corner defense does take a lot out of the teams. Maria Verschoor now continuing to threaten the hordes of Odisha defenders that are lying in wait. She is triangulated, but she does get past only momentarily.
It's been a fabulous start. Won't be surprised if it's rewarded with a goal, which will make it very difficult for the Odisha Warriors. Foot inside the D. In fact, given as a free hit. Penalty corner, in fact.
They are living dangerously, are the Odisha Warriors, and Surma have another opportunity. They've already had 3 penalty corners on the bounce.
Yes, very composed play from Onglebert, and the fact that she was, to begin with, impeded as she got into the 15-meter.
It is number 17 on the first battery, but this went all right. And here's an opportunity for Odisha Warriors. There's just one defender behind, and the crowd goes up in a frisson. Again, not able to get the ball inside the circle.
That's very good defending from Nikki Pradhan. Just moved out of the way. Akshata Dhekale was on one of the batteries. Jyoti was on the second one, but she also moved out of the way. So it was almost as if giving possession away on a platter to the opposition.
Yet again on the right, R. Surma. Savita has been kept a lot busy. In fact, Jocelyn Bartram, I beg your pardon, has been kept a lot busier in this half.
Just look at the blistering pace here from Sharmila Devi. She's got that face protector on. Just not able to get it substantially close to Olivia Shannon.
Neha now aiding the midfield from the left, and she has played a free role, so to say. She has been at the left, in the middle and along the right, aiding the team in every way possible. The captain now, she has the ball. Neha Goyal searching for a player. I think she was a tad late. The person rushing into the circle. We'll have a look at the replay again.
It's only a long corner, but here's an opportunity now, perhaps for the first time in this quarter, for the Odisha Warriors to build on something substantial. That's a poor pass. It's a simple giveaway to Verschoor.
The fulcrum of her approach while she was coach of the Indian side was on defense, and now again Surma, brilliant run from the captain Salima Tete, still with the ball, finds a player in. Olivia Shannon's shot is thwarted somehow, and Odisha Warriors have kept it out.
It's a raised ball, which is why it's been given as dangerous play, but that was a fabulous bit of work. Salima Tete, the way that she worked in, look at her wriggle her way through, turn around, get that first shot in. It's a deflected attempt, it's a good save from Bartram, and then this one goes in and hits her at the side of the head.
It was Lily Stoffelsma who copped a blow on the head. We hope she's okay. One thing that you have to give it to hockey players across the world is they are some of the most battle-hardened professionals that you'll come across. And we do indeed take a lot of caution in the use of a word like battle, but given the toughness that they demonstrate day in and day out, you have to believe that they can fight it out through just about any obstacle.
And Yannicka Shopman's team does have to fight, because it's looked like a pale shadow of its former self. The team that beat Delhi SG Pipers was so much more dynamic the way that they played. They've been so leaden-footed today.
That was again a careless error that could have proven costly for the Odisha Warriors. Jyoti Chhatri on that occasion not able to trap the ball, but she has been rescued by her teammate.
They just need to hold on to the ball for a little while. There's still about 5 minutes to go in this quarter itself. If they have possession, they can make something out of it. Most of the numbers you'll see are completely in favor of the Surma Hockey Club. Even those 4 penalty corners that they've had in the second half are a testament to how well Surma have played.
Again a missed trap, and then the follow-up wasn't that great either.
But if they can hold their shape here, then definitely in the fourth quarter they can hope to turn things around. As we've mentioned, they can score a few goals with their kind of firepower up front.
Good run here, makes the circle entry. An opportunity now. Frika Moyes has been impeccable. They get a penalty corner nevertheless. And an opportunity for Warriors now to square the ledger.
This is the kind of patient play that you need from an experienced player like Frika Moyes. Gets the ball, then holds on to it, holds off a couple of challengers, goes right to the end of the baseline and then turns it right back in. And that's where the transgression happens, even before that ball can be cleared off.
The Warriors did win their opening encounter. It will be Yippee Hansen who goes for an almighty drag flick. Was really well taken, but absolute props to Savita for keeping that out. But Warriors still have an opportunity. They're in with a shout, but not anymore.
What a fabulous save, and this is why the best drag flicker against the best goalkeeper comes off a line, roughly anticipates exactly where that ball was about to come to, and uses her left glove going up to her right, top right. Exceptional save.
And that was a treat.
That's the pace at which this game goes. It's been fabulous across these 4 matches. And are we going to see a 4th successive outright win? At the moment, Surma looking good for it, but Odisha Warriors sounding those ringing alarm bells in the last few minutes.
Just a reminder of how the rules operate. There is no real draw in the truest sense of the word. Even if the goals scored are level at full time, we will head into a shootout. And while both the teams will walk away with a point each for the draw secure, there will also be a shootout bonus, a point for the team that wins the shootout. So everything to play for.
And when it comes to a shootout, it's very little to choose between Jocelyn Bartram and Savita Punia, but you would think Savita has done enough in these first 44 minutes to suggest she might come out trumps there as well. But for that to happen, Odisha Warriors, of course, have to score, which they haven't done yet.
Jocelyn Bartram also has the extra pressure of having her parents watch over her. Michael and Anne are in attendance, having taken a couple of long flights all the way from Western Australia.
That's the beauty of this sport as well, especially at these global events. You get the Olympics, you get the Commonwealth Games. You have families of all these players always traveling, making sure that they catch their daughters, their sons in action. It really is a small little community, the hockey community, and that's why you see so many families, rich families, which lend themselves to hockey royalty.
Indeed, and families rich and replete with a glorious hockey tradition. Looking at Sophie Hamilton, for example, her twin Olivia Hamilton also turns out for Great Britain. Sophie Hamilton herself played a great role for her team at the Olympics, even as we speak. A chance yet again for Surma. Looking to trap the ball is Sharmila Devi. A scrappy piece of action on that occasion hasn't led to any danger.
Desperate but effective defending by Jyoti Chhatri, because she just needed to get in there and make sure that she took out every chance.
We're almost down to the end of the third quarter, and we are in fact done with the third quarter. It's a quarter that's yet again threatened to see a number of goals being scored, but nothing really has come of it. But it was Surma all along. And Penny Squibb had not 1, not 2, but 3 cracks at the goal from penalty corner situations. But at the end of quarter number 3, the scoreline remains intact. JSW Surma Hockey Club leads 1-0. The fourth and the final quarter is underway, and JSW Surma Hockey Club are in their all-white outfit, and they're confronted by Odisha Warriors in their turquoise blue and black. It is Sophie Hamilton, yet again, who's been impressive. She's been making the hard yards, some effective off-the-ball runs that have given her teammates plenty of options. And that's the kind of industry that has ensured that Surma is in the lead, but you would have to imagine, Devain, that they would have wanted to be at least 2 or 3 goals ahead.
Absolutely, and when you've got a team with the quality of players that the Odisha Warriors have, you cannot take anything for granted. It'll just take a little bit of a flick of switch for some of these players to come to their best, and that could see a completely different scoreline at the end of these 60 minutes.
A brilliant run this time from the Odisha Warriors. Most impressive player in the first half, Anu, again has been dispossessed. And this is a kind of defensive solidity that has ensured that Surma hasn't strayed too far off the mark.
Anu's been an impressive presence today for Odisha Warriors, and she knows how to find her way to goal. Was part of the Junior Asia Cup triumph in 2023, was India's top scorer with 9 goals. So she has that ability to finish off. Is getting into good positions, but what's been missing today is the supply from midfield.
There is a good supply in midfield, but it's been in the other end. Circle entry has been achieved. Onglebair looking for support, an opportunity. Goal number 2 for Team Surma. It's been coming for a long time now, and it's come from the stick of Sonam, the ever impressive youngster, who has notched up another goal for the JSW Surma Hockey Club.
Incredible work down the right. Look at what Olivia Shannon does. This is the kind of pass that comes in, and this is the one which is so difficult for defenders to deal with. They'll be disappointed. They left her unmarked, and just a little dink in behind Jocelyn Bartram. Just next to her on the far post. But that's a fantastic finish. That's a fantastic smile from the team mentor, Rani Rampal.
Gibby Jansen yet again giving away the ball. It's number 8 versus number 8, and Nikki Pradhan doing ever so well to take the ball out of Gibby Jansen's grasp.
She's an absolute dynamo. More of a defensive player, but somebody who does love to move up and join attack. And definitely has the lungs to take on anybody. And there she is again, retrieving the ball and winning a side out for a team.
The word that comes to my mind is spunky. Nikki Pradhan has been a vice captain with the Indian side in the past, and she's lived up to that leadership billing as Maria Varshur looks to cut in from the left. She has a couple of defenders to beat. Varshur cannot breach the defense. Gone out of the way to reintegrate himself with the setup. He's been away from the Indian coaching setup for a long time. Again, a good ball now, good cross inside the circle. Warded off with absolute ease by Savita.
Sonika was the one who was trying to get that shot in. Did get the shot on target, but that's a comfortable save. Absolutely no problems. Especially the third one, where they completely messed it up in terms of even the trapping.
Again, good defending. This time it was Jyoti who placed the ball calmly, and that outletting, the calmness and assuredness in outletting has been a feature. And there was a mistake the first time we speak, but it's become a comedy of errors as Neha made an uncharacteristic miss on that occasion. Now on the counter are Team Surma.
Finding a foot will lead to a free hit for themselves. But what a chance that was for Neha Goyal. Free ball falling to her, just needed to set herself up, but perhaps not able to balance herself out, maybe overrunning it just a little bit. And that's why making contact with thin air.
Yes, she did look a little surprised with that mistrap, and that's why she ended up overrunning the ball, anticipating a deflection maybe. That represented a golden opportunity for Warriors to get back into the match, but great running. A lot of fluidity along the left from Charlotte Onglebair. Moves into the left, a chance for goal number 3. Olivia Shannon cannot lay a stick on it.
Could have been a second goal there, because she was right there. And Sonam was denied by some very alert goalkeeping from Jocelyn Bartram, because she was right there. She was looking to poke this one in, but Bartram comes out of a line and makes sure that there's no angle for Sonam to work with.
That's all they really need to do. Surma just have to keep the ball in possession. Onglebair has been everywhere in the second period, and now goes for the backhander on target. Well done from Jocelyn Bartram to keep that out.
She's got exceptional reflexes, she's got good big feet, and she's able to swiftly move into position and kick that away. But a lot of positives in today's match. Couple of young Indian scorers, 2 field goals, 2 goal poachers finishes pulled away by Hina Bano as well as Sonam. That will please the Indian fans a lot as well.
We spoke of the hardships that these players have faced day in and day out, and Hina Bano again had to negotiate a lot of economic and social hardships as she made her way up the ladder, and she has played in the Junior World Cup at Dusseldorf. The grandfather who used to work as a barber in the Indian Army, and now an opportunity for the Warriors. Could this be one goal? And what a strike! It has come at the right time from the enterprising Freaka Moyes. She's been threatening to score all evening, and she found herself on a 1v1 situation, went for the far post, and what a finish!
Just a little bit of a defensive lapse there. Allowed her to get through, but look at that. Taking nothing away from her. Gets into the perfect position, and it's not easy to beat Savita Punia at all. An angled shot, and Savita trying her very best to stretch her left leg and stop it, but cannot do anything about it. That was blitz past her. Game on once again, knows Janica Schopman.
Well, Janica Schopman wins the Celebration of the Evening award, but what a strike! Freaka Moyes has brought her team back into the match, and we are not done yet. The Warriors are alive and kicking, and Surma will have to ensure they do not buckle under the pressure. Suddenly, they are pushing numbers up front. Freaka Moyes is in your face, threatening to attack. And yet another attack has mounted, and the crowd has come alive. Neha Goyal with the ball. Good defensive work.
Has it just come too little too late, one wonders, because they've left it for very late. Just a little over 2 minutes left, and this is all that Surma need to do. They need to have that possession, they need to take it into the corner, and they need to run the time down.
Anglebert has so much experience, beautifully dodging her marker. Maria was sure now she'll do much of the same.
Yes, just keep the ball. That's all they'll be telling themselves. We don't need to do anything silly, anything rash. 2-1 is virtually as good as 3-1 in this situation in a league. They don't want this match to go into a shootout. That'll be something. That'll just represent something of a lifeline.
It's Freaka Moyes yet again. And she has shown a freakish ability to somehow conjure up magical moments in play.
And that's why the big bucks have been paid to the foreign players. They need to bring this quality in. They have that ability to turn the script of matches in the blink of an eye, as Freaka Moyes has done for a team. But as mentioned, it's probably come just a little too late in the day for a team.
Oh, well, you never know. All you need is one blitzing effort, but the time is certainly running out. They have less than a minute and a half to perform whatever miracle they want to. Smartly done from Sophie Hamilton, now pushing it across to Salima Tete. Salima Tete all the way. She takes the shot from the top of the circle, just wide of target.
Ripples the net, but from the side, that doesn't count. The crowd in Karachi gets really excited about it. Into the last minute now. This was the previous chance. Salima Tete did score from a similar angle in the previous match, but this time just missed out.
Under a minute now, and they'll have to find a way to ensure that Freaka Moyes and Yibi Janssen have much of the ball. But is Yibi Janssen on the park? I believe so, but she probably needs to push up ahead. It was in fact Yibi Janssen making the play. A good long ball. A chance now for Odisha Warriors inside the circle. Beaten by a couple of defenders was Sakshi Rana. I think they're gone upstairs. They are going upstairs. They are seeking a penalty corner. Here are the Odisha Warriors.
I have given long corner, but team saying it's a stick check. Can you check it? It's a PC or not PC?
Big moment this could be in the context of this match. It's a huge moment because Yibi Janssen is on the pitch. A PC here could give them a golden opportunity to score a second and take this into a shootout.
The TV umpire ensuring she has a good look at it yet again.
There is no clear reason to change your decision. Start for the long corner and team lose their referee.
Okay, it's a long corner, team lose the referee, right?
Right.
Okay, thank you. Wait, hold.
Well, Odisha Warriors have lost a referral, but they do get a long corner. Nevertheless, this could be their last clear-cut opportunity. Under 20 seconds on the clock now. Going for that aerial. Again, calm, measured defending. We are counting down to under 10 seconds. Odisha Warriors will have to make something happen and do it now. 3, 2, 1, and that will be that. It is JSW Surma Hockey Club who walk away with the victory. They were clearly the better side on the evening, and while they experienced a late scare, they have finished with a 2-1 victory.
It's a perfect team performance right from defense, in fact from goal, with Savita Punia doing extremely well all the way up to attack. The young attackers particularly doing themselves proud. Hina Bano with 1 goal, another goal for another young player, Sonam with her second in this competition, and a late burst, a late lifeline which was thrown by that fabulous field goal which was struck by Frika Moyes, but that wasn't enough on the night. It's finished JSW Surma Hockey Club 2, Odisha Warriors 1 on the night.
At a comprehensive performance, Salima Tete will be happy with her charges, especially the younger complement of players. And the 2 goal scorers have been Hina Bano and Sonam, the 2 players who have shown a lot of maturity at the junior level, and they've made that step up. And the coach of the Indian women's team, Harendra Singh, who in fact refused to take a role with any of the franchises so that he could watch all the matches to scout for players, will be a happy camper. It's been a comprehensive performance by the women in white today. JSW Surma Hockey Club, if you have just joined in, have completed a 2-1 victory. The scoreline makes it look a lot closer than what it was. But on the evening, it was JSW Surma Hockey Club